Day 15. Yep. Day 15 of our road trip. And right now, I'm on a trail that's right below where we're staying. And this heads to the beach. I don't know how steep this thing is gonna be. Might not even be able to make it. I don't know. I'm just gonna try it because I'm here. And if I don't try it, I'm gonna be mad that I didn't. But it's pretty, that part wasn't too bad. But we had a little bit of rain. You can see everything's wet and slick. But so far, doesn't look too bad. So the beach is right down there. And so I'm gonna try to get down to the beach if this trail doesn't get too hairy. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Let's try it and see. This is what exploring is all about. The adventure continues. Pretty cool. So we're still in Trinidad, and from here, wow, now we're going back up. I don't know about this. From here, we're heading to Santa Rosa, which is a little town that's kind of close to Carmel Valley. And then from Carmel Valley, we are going to be going to let's see. I can't even remember. I can't even remember. I think we're going from Carmel Valley to another little town that's before we get to Solvang. Solvang is going to be our last night. And that's going to be on Monday. And then Tuesday we'll be heading home. But man, so far, you guys, this has been one awesome trip. Good way to start the morning. Nice workout. Still pretty overcast, so I can't see much. And I'm trying to get down there, but I keep going up. I want to go down. So maybe it's just going to take me around and finally put me down there on the beach. We'll see. I'm going to go a little bit further and see. That's some old man's beard right here. Look at the size of this tree. Wow. Nice. Well, if it doesn't take me down, it at least takes me to a point to where I can kind of see over, and then maybe I can launch the drone, get some shots that way. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna wrap me around to this point. This is the kind of stuff I like to do, you guys. This is why on my road trips, I like to keep the drive time at like 4 hours. 5 hours max, but 4 hours is perfect. Because I have time to do things like this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any time. Oh yeah, check this out. Wow. All right. Now I'm sure there's a way, but I don't have time for that this morning because we haven't eaten. There's probably a way for me to get right down to the beach over there, but I'm gonna launch the drone. Even though it's foggy, I think the camera will still pick up some nice stuff. Can you guys see? I'm gonna try to zoom in, but the drone will get it. Let me see if I can, you know what? I'll wait and I'll do the drone. But as the tide goes down, or the waves come in, then they go out, you guys can see those starfish down there. I'm gonna take the drone and launch the drone down there and see what we can find.
Starfish populations on the Oregon coast were severely impacted by sea star wasting syndrome starting in 2013, causing mass die-offs of many species, particularly the sunflower sea star, which is now critically endangered. Since then, there have been some signs of recovery, including an increase in juvenile orca sea stars, the ones you're looking at right now, and recent sightings of sunflower sea stars. The epidemic caused the largest marine animal disease event in recorded history, killing an estimated 6 million stars in just a couple of years, and reducing populations by as much as 99% at some sites. So when you guys go to Haystack Rock and you see how they have everything roped off, that's because they're trying to protect these endangered species.
Get your phone out, babe. Okay.
This is the road to Fern Canyon. So when you're on the 101, you pull off to Davison Road. And once you get on this road, it's 8 miles before you get to the trailhead. But as you can see, it's worth it. Yeah, that's right. Those are elk. But as you wind your way on this trail, I mean, there's ferns everywhere. You can see the trees. It looks like they did some cutting over here to the left. But man, you guys, this is just, this is my second time, Karen and I's second time here to Fern Canyon. And anytime we come to this area, this is something we don't want to miss. And once we get to the trailhead and get into the canyon, you guys are going to see how beautiful it is. And the hike, it's only a 1 mile hike. But let me tell you something, it's one of the most beautiful hikes you can do in California. It's amazing. First elk sighting on the trip. Yeah. That was cool. That was cool.
All right, you guys, so this is another one of our stops along the way. This is Fern Canyon. We've been here before. What? 7 years ago?
7, 8 years ago, at least.
Came here with Amy and Junior, and we haven't been back since, so there's no way I was gonna come up here all this way and then not come back and see this place again. Plus, we saw elk. It seems like every time we come here, we always see them. The last time we were here, we were hiking, and I think it was on this trail because it was by the beach, right, Karen? Mm-hmm. And we came around a corner, and there was a huge one just standing right there staring at us. And you're just like... And so right now it's evening. What's nice is after 5 o'clock, you don't have to have a pass to come in. You still have to pay to get in. I have a senior, like a yearly, or not yearly, but no, lifetime, right?
Yeah, lifetime.
It's a lifetime National Parks Pass. And I was able to use that, even though this is a state park. Sometimes they'll let you use it. At least when you get old, there are some things that work out in your favor. So. Ah, yeah, baby. Look at this. Wow. This is awesome, you guys. So cool. Man, oh man. This is why they call it Fern Canyon. We're going through the canyon right now.
Fern Canyon. You know what? Listen to this, you guys. So this canyon was carved by water over millions of years from an ancient riverbed, leaving behind clues like embedded river rocks in its walls. Later, it was the site of unsuccessful gold mining operations from the 1850s until the early 1900s. In the 1940s, efforts by James Irvine II led to its preservation, and it became part of the Prairie Creek Redwoods State Park. Millions of years ago, the area was a riverbed for the Klamath River. Over time, the river eroded the land, carving the 50 to 100 foot deep canyon. You know, this is my second time here. I was amazed the first time, and I'm amazed again. This place is just, wow, it's just amazing. The canyon walls are made of sedimentary rock, remnants of an ancient sea floor that was uplifted. And the ferns are an ancient species with a lineage that predates the dinosaurs, you guys, predates the dinosaurs. No wonder they filmed Jurassic Park here. And these ferns, they grow from the spores and roots in the rock walls. Now, going back to the gold mining area, in the 1850s, miners discovered fine gold dust in the sand along Gold Bluffs Beach. They attempted to extract the gold, but it was very difficult and the operations were not very profitable. mining camps were established near the canyon, and a few miners remained in the area until the 1950s. The land was eventually donated to the Save the Redwoods League in an effort to preserve the area. James Irvine II started the effort to acquire and preserve the land for the park, and money was donated to preserve the land along the trails. The area became part of the Prairie Creek Redwood State Park system in 1934, ensuring its protection.
Beautiful. So the canyon goes further, you guys. It goes all the way back through there, which we did last time. We don't really have that much time, so we're not going to do all that. Plus, you're going under logs and stuff. I don't want to take Karen through there. So, but yeah. If you guys are anywhere around Trinidad, you got to come to Fern Canyon, man. That's all I can tell you. This place, even if you just do this little bit that we did, it's still awesome. I mean, it's just gorgeous. That's about all I can say. Okay, we're going to keep going and just head back. We might do another trail. Yeah, we might do another trail. That one trail, you know, that was out there before we hit the canyon?
Yeah.
That went off to the right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we might do that trail too once we get out here. We'll see.
Now, one more thing though, guys. Make sure you have a really good mosquito spray, because there's literally mosquitoes all over the place. The stuff I make, they're not even coming close to me. And bring water shoes that have a good grip. I just have boots on right now, so they're not super grippy. But water shoes with a good grip, then you can go a lot further.
Yep, or you can do like me, and you can have waterproof boots. This is the first time I sunk these things in the water. My feet aren't wet yet, so they work great. All right, let's keep going. When you walk through Fern Canyon, it's like being in a fairy tale or being on the set of a movie. It's almost unreal. That's how beautiful it is. But now, here's some things that are good to know before you go to Fern Canyon. You always want to check for any reservation requirements, which may be necessary during peak seasons, of course, during the summer. Right now, when we're here, this it is peak season, but we came late in the afternoon. So no reservations were required, no pass was required when we came. But if we would have came early during the day, then we would have had to make reservations to get in. Something else that's good to know is there's no defined hiking trail inside the canyon itself. Just like you see us, you will be walking in the creek. Now the boards are there to walk on also, but like my wife said earlier, as long as you have water shoes or waterproof boots like I have, you can just walk right through the creek. Okay, so I just want to show you guys this part of the trail. So when we went down to the end of the canyon, if you continue going and you go underneath the logs and stuff, it's really cool. You'll start climbing a staircase and you go up, and then this is where you're going to come down. You actually cross a bridge that's up at the top. That bridge takes you across and over, and then it brings you back down here. So I'm just going to go up here for a bit. Then I'm going to come back down. Then we're going to head out. My second time, and it feels like my first time because that's how much I enjoy it. It's just so beautiful. Wow. green everywhere. Everywhere. If you plan to drive to Fern Canyon from May the 15th through September the 15th, you will need to apply online for and have been issued a free Gold Bluffs Beach Fern Canyon parking reservation. Hikers can still access Fern Canyon by doing the 10-mile round-trip hike on the James Irvine Trail from the Prairie Creek Visitor Center without a reservation. So if you want a nice long day of hiking, you can do that. Be aware that the winding Davison Road, that's the gravel road that we took coming in, is not suitable for large recreational vehicles or anything towing a trailer. Also, people driving low clearance vehicles often get stuck when trying to drive through the two streams on the way to the Fern Canyon parking area. There's a California State Park entrance station on the way out Davison Road where you need to stop and pay the $12 entrance fee per vehicle. Cash or check only for payment. Credit cards are not accepted. California State Parks or the America the Beautiful federal passes are honored at the kiosk, which is the one I got to use because I'm old, so I didn't have to pay anything. All right, listen to this, you guys. So, a herd of Roosevelt elk are often spotted around the Fern Canyon area, just like the elk we saw. It's extremely important to keep your distance. Don't approach them for any reason at all. Calving season is from late May to early June, which is when the female elk, just like the ones we saw, are very protective of their babies. They kick and stomp anyone who gets too close. Also, August through October is the rut season, which means the male bull elk are especially irritable. Not only will the males use their antlers to protect their group of females, but they will also kick, stomp, and charge at anyone who gets in close, including your vehicles. And trust me, I've seen that happen before, you guys. So, year-round, you should give the elk as much space as possible, at least a school bus length between you and the elk. You want to stay safe out there, guys. It's awesome to see the elk, but make sure you keep your distance. Well, that's going to wrap it up for day 15 of the long-awaited road trip. Thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and you know the story. I'll see you somewhere in the great outdoors.